Hello everyone, the Google Pixel 8a has just officially came out, so let's go and take a look at it against the iPhone 15 and see which particular phone is a better one for you. Now, I will definitely tell you, if you have all the money in the world, the iPhone 15 is probably the better one, but the Pixel 8a is still a very, very good device that I still like, and I'm definitely telling you between both, there's a good chance you probably will buy the iPhone 15, but I think the Pixel 8a is a pretty decent, strong contender, but you might as well buy the Pixel 8 at that point. So if you want to pick up some phones I would recommend buying this year, links will be down in the description. Get them from there. You can help support the channel at the same time. Now, side by side, you can definitely tell both these phones are kind of similar in some ways. The iPhone 15 on the front has a 6.1-inch Super Retina Extra OLED display, and it's a pretty good looking panel. It's a 60 Hz panel, so nothing super crazy. You have the dynamic island at the very top, a little bit of bezel around it, but nothing super crazy. Less bezel on the iPhone 15 than the Pixel 8a, and this phone still looks pretty good. I think it's a good looking phone nonetheless. And if you're going to buy a phone in this day and age, this is a pretty decent option. It's not perfect, but I think it definitely gets the job done for sure. On the Google Pixel 8a, on the other hand, you're getting basically the same size display. So it's still a 6.1-inch OLED display on this particular phone. With this one though, you're getting that, it's a good looking display. It's 1080p, a little bit less of a resolution than the iPhone 15, but you are getting 2000 nits of brightness on both panels, which is actually pretty crazy. So the same brightness, however, you are getting a 120 Hz panel on the Google Pixel 8a, which that in and of itself I think is a really nice touch. I love having a 120 Hz panel, and you are actually getting that on this particular device, which I think is actually a really, really nice touch. So that in and of itself is a really nice thing, and it's a hole punch display too, which is very, very cool. On the sides, you can kind of tell what's going on here too, and between both, you can see we're getting these like flat sides on both. You're getting this kind of flat, kind of curved side a little bit on the Pixel 8a. You're getting the volume buttons here, the volume buttons are on the other side of the Pixel 8a. SIM card tray on the 8a here, where the 15 doesn't have it. On the top, not much else going on. And at the bottom, you're getting USB Type-C ports on both, which is really nice. So you basically have the same type of accessory ports and everything you can plug in on both, which is really, really cool. You have the speaker grills at the bottom, which is really nice. On the back side, you are getting dual camera setups on both as well, which is another nice touch. You may prefer the dual camera setups, so you're getting that here on both these devices, which is really awesome. You're getting a frosted plastic back on the Pixel 8a, where you're getting a frosted glass back on the iPhone 15. And when I'm using them, when I'm filling them, there's like a slight difference, but I think Google did a really good job in this like kind of frosted plastic back, which is actually very, very interesting, and it is something that I actually like a lot on this particular device. So on both, I would definitely say that in of itself kind of covers it up here. Some big things to keep in mind, both are giving you IP certification, but a very, very big thing to keep in mind is that the iPhone 15 is basically not giving you the Pixel 8. If you're looking at the phone that's going to be giving you more capability, I would probably say the iPhone 15 is the one that's more of a flagship on the outside, at least on the exterior, on the on the back side. But the Pixel 8a with its 120 Hz display, it's actually a very, very nice touch what you're getting on this particular phone. Now, in terms of software, the very interesting thing is that both are giving you stock software. So it's not like one phone is going to be giving you a way better software experience than the other one. But in terms of software longevity, this is also another interesting thing, because now we're probably going to be getting roughly around the same type of software experience on both these devices, meaning that the iPhone 15 and the Pixel 8a are probably going to be lasting around the same exact amount of time, which that in and of itself is another super crazy thing. And if we were looking at a device like that, you might look at something like the iPhone 15 as usually being the better one, but the Pixel 8a may actually end up being the better one here. So that kind of covers it up there too. Now let's go and do a speed comparison between both of them. The iPhone 15 has that Apple A16 Bionic chip inside of it with 6 gigabytes of RAM, where the Pixel 8a has that Google Tensor G3 chipset inside of it with 8 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one's a faster phone between both. Okay, and that kind of covers it up there. Scrolling out all these apps, you can see they're all cleared out. So let's get into it. Phone call is 3, 2, totally messed up the first one, so let's go and hop into that. Let's go and get into their app stores and their Google Play stores. 3, 2, 1. And you can see similar stuff here for the most part, nothing super crazy. Scrolling through here, let's see if there's any big differences here, which I wouldn't imagine there would be. You can see, the 60 Hz versus the 120 Hz, that's kind of what we're seeing here. Scrolling through, let's see if there's another application that we can see. So we have our snake versus blocks, 3, 2, 1. And about the same thing, there's not really that big of a difference. A little bit of a glitch on the Pixel 8a, and then the glitch on the iPhone 15. Swing out of here, let's do thank you, 3, 2, 1. And so roughly around the same thing too, you can see that there may have been one that was faster. I kind of looked away for a second. Gameplay wise, let's see if there's any difference, which I don't think there's going to be. Both these chipsets are very, very strong. Let's do Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And when it comes down to this, you can see kind of roughly around the same thing too. I'm not really too sure if there's like one that was way faster, so I think the iPhone 15 was a little bit faster here for the most part. The Pixel 8 is a little bit behind. Getting into the actual gameplay, let's see if there's any big differences, which again, I don't know if there's going to be honest, but you can kind of see what's going on here. Hopping out of these two, let's go and try Subway Surfers, which I have here somewhere. I don't know where exactly this game is, so let me go and hit into here. So I guess I don't even have Subway Surfers on here anymore. Let's try something like Facebook, 3, 2, 1. This one's logged in, this one isn't. So there's going to be a slight difference there. Let's go and try Roblox, 3, 2, 1. Okay. The iPhone 15 was faster. And we can just open up Genshin Impact, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if there's any big differences here. Which again, I don't think there is going to be, but it's at least worth a shot. And I think the iPhone 15 is probably going to be the faster one here too, as you can probably tell. But the Pixel 8 is a little bit behind. So when it comes down to this side, I will definitely tell you between both. Very good fast phones. The Pixel 8 for being a pretty cheap phone is actually pretty fast, but I think the iPhone 15 is probably the significantly faster one almost every single time. So that kind of covers it up here as well. Now, in terms of the cameras, you're getting a dual camera setup on the backside of both these phones, which I think is very good. So, you're getting a very solid experience. You're getting 4K at 60 on the back of both of them. However, a big thing to keep in mind is that the Pixel 8a can only do 4K at 30 on the front. So, almost the same resolutions, but the iPhone 15 has more resolutions it can film in, technically speaking. So with the iPhone 15, this is a very good camera, right? I felt like this was a very good camera since it first came out, and it's been like 8 months or something, and it's still a very solid camera. You're getting time-lapse, slow mode, cinematic mode, video mode, photo mode, portrait mode, panorama mode. You're getting, I think, 10x zoom on the inside, which is actually pretty good. On the outside, you're getting 0.5x zoom. So a very good quality camera. And for the most part, for an everyday person, you're going to be getting a very solid experience, I would say, from something like the iPhone 15. On the Pixel 8a, I think this is also a very, very good phone. I think it's a good camera. I do feel like Google doesn't do a crazy, they don't try to improve the hardware that much every year. It's mostly the software. But I can definitely tell you for the most part, like zooming in, you're getting 8x. And zooming out, you're getting what, like 0.5x, which is actually pretty good. So you're still getting a lot of capability with this camera. Portrait mode, long exposure, night mode, all this stuff. But I will tell you, probably the iPhone 15 is going to be giving you the overall better camera when it comes down to it. So if I'm being honest, I definitely do think between both, I think the iPhone 15 is clearly the better phone here in almost every single way. I think if I'm going to go ahead and buy a phone, it's probably going to be something like the iPhone 15. But the Pixel 8a still has a lot of capability. I'm still a big fan of this particular phone too on the Pixel 8a. This phone's giving you a 120Hz display, which is nice. Very good camera for the most part, decent performance. But I do think the more flagship of a phone is probably the iPhone 15. Like this one's, it costs more money, but with that more money, you're going to be getting the dynamic island, which is kind of annoying, but a better built phone with a frosted glass back, better cameras, better performance, and overall, you're getting wireless charging, which is another big thing. I think the iPhone 15 is probably the better phone, but you can also buy a Google Pixel 8. That's going to be cheaper than both these phones, and that might be a better option. So that kind of covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.